Good evening. So, as we discussed about the cleavage of OH bond under the reactivity of alcohols, in this, under the reactivity of alcohols, now we are going to discuss about. Now we are going to discuss about the cleavage of CO bond of alcohol. Cleavage of CO bond of alcohol. For example, see here. So methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. So we discussed about the cleavage of OH. Now we discuss about the cleavage of CO bond. Cleavage of CO bond means the reactions involve the cleavage of CO bond. The reactions involve cleavage of CO bond. So now what are the reactions comes under the cleavage of CO bond, right? We know that. So again, these are three types in the cleavage of the CO bond. The tertiary alcohols are more reactive than secondary alcohols, and finally the primary alcohols. Tertiary alcohols are more stable, so reactive than the secondary alcohols and primary alcohols. Right? Okay. Now, reactions of CO cleavage, CO bond cleavage. CO bond cleavage. Reactions of CO bond cleavage. Okay. Right. First, reaction with PCl5. What is PCl5? Phosphorus pentachloride. Phosphorus pentachloride. Right. This is the first reaction under the CO bond cleavage. Oxygen containing compounds. Oxygen containing compounds when react with PCl5. When react with PCl5, oxygen containing compounds when react with PCl5 converted into halogen containing compounds. Oxygen containing compounds when reacting with the phosphorus pentachloride converted into halogen containing compounds. During the reaction, the byproduct is POCl3. The byproduct is POCl3. Means POCl3 removed. Elimination of the POCl3 takes place when a oxygen containing compound reacting with the phosphorus pentachloride. Example. If I take a acid, when acid is reacting with the PCl5, just I am writing this structure. Phosphorus is surrounded with the 5 chlorines. I am not particular about the structure, hybridization, etc. To understand purpose, just I mention the 5 chlorines around the phosphorus. First, what happens here? Elimination of POCl3 takes place. Elimination of POCl3 takes place. Means elimination of POCl3 takes place. And the other hand, one more product, HCl, removed in the form of the HCl. Now this chlorine substitutes here. So then what happens? What is the product comes here? Right? PCl5. So already mentioned there. So removed POCl3 removed. Now R C double bond O. What is left in this? Chlorine plus HCl. Chlorine plus HCl. Right? Now see, oxygen containing compound converting into halogen containing compound. Right? With the removal of the POCl3. Next. If I am taking acetic anhydride, this acetic anhydride reacting with PCl5, acetic anhydride reacting with PCl5. What is eliminating in this group? Same, POCl3. The cleavage takes place, CO cleavage takes place here and here. This CO bond cleavage takes place and this CO bond cleavage takes place. Right? Now the oxygen is involved in the form of POCl3, eliminated in the form of POCl3. Now see, R C double bond O Cl. How many SL groups are there? Two SL groups are there with the elimination of the POCl3. Next, I will write ester. Same, PCl5, elimination of POCl3, cleavage of carbon oxygen bond takes place. Now it gives halogen containing compounds. This is acyl chloride, this is alkyl chloride. Ester on reaction with the PCl5 gives acyl chloride as main product, and also a side product is alkyl chloride. Right? Okay. Next, H. This is aldehyde. So even though there is a double bond between the carbon and oxygen, sigma and pi bond is weak, whereas the sigma bond is somewhat strong. So due to the polar nature, can be breakdown. So if it reacting with the PCl5, elimination of phosphonic chloride at POCl3, then what happens here? RCl HCl. For example, C, RC double bond OH plus PCl5, Cl, and Cl around phosphorus. 4 chlorines are there. Now see POCl3 removes, and these chlorines are attacks here. This is geminal dihalide. This is geminal dihalide. Geminal dihalide means two halogens. Geminal dihalide means two halogens presence on the same carbon. Same carbon. Viginal dihalide means two halogens on a single carbon on the same carbon is the geminal. Two halogens on adjacent carbons is viginal dihalide. Viginal dihalide. So similarly, the same product comes, the same product gives the ketone. If I put R here, just if I replace the hydrogen with a R group, that is a ketone, the same product it comes. So here R group comes. So these are the some reactions with the phosphorus pentachloride. Whenever any organic containing compound reacting with the phosphorus pentachloride, the subproduct or the byproduct is the POCl3. That must and should be eliminated, right? Okay. Next, next, the second one with PCl3, phosphorus trichloride, reaction with phosphorus trichloride, right? Okay, same. So as usual, oxygen containing compound, oxygen containing compound when reacting with the PCl3, phosphorus trichloride, converted into halogen, halogen containing compound, halogen containing compound, but here the byproduct is phosphorus acid H3PO3 with the phosphorus acid byproduct, right? Some examples, okay. So same, I take the acid RC double bond OH, RC double bond OH here, the carbon oxygen bond leaves. Right, now I am reacting with the phosphorus trichloride, like PCl3. Now what happens? H3PO3 need to be eliminated. H3PO3, but only one hydrogen is present here. So in the stoichiometric, I am using the 3 molecules of acid. Now see here, H3PO3. So 3 hydrogens, 3 oxygens, H3PO3, H3PO3 is eliminated. H3PO3 is eliminated. 3 chlorines are remain and 3 compounds are there. R C double bond O Cl, R C double bond O Cl. 3 chlorines are there. Already I used the 3 compounds. Therefore, halogen containing compound. Oxygen containing compound converted into halogen containing compound. Here what happens? What is removing? Phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid is removed. Similarly, I will use a alcohol. Same PCl3. Therefore, I need to use 3 molecules. So 3 molecules are mandatory whenever we are reacting with the phosphorus trichloride. Then H3PbO3 is removed. Then 3 molecules of alkyl halides. 3 molecules of alkyl halides. And this is mandatory case whenever you are cleaving the bond between the carbon and oxygen of alcohol, the reactivity need to maintain. The tertiaries are most reactive than the remaining 2. Tertiary are more reactive than the remaining 2. So this is about the reaction with the PCl3. Next, reactions with SOCl2, reaction with SOCl2, sulfonyl chloride, which is also halogen providing compound. Now right here, see, whenever acid reacting with SOCl2, so what happens here? The structure of the SOCl2, SOCl and Cl, SOCl2. It gives R C double bond O Cl, or C double bond O Cl, elimination of the HCl molecule, or C double bond O Cl plus SO2, or C double bond O Cl means acyl chloride plus SO2 plus HCl. So this is the product. Whenever acid reacting with the sulfonyl chloride, acyl chloride is the product. Right. Next. Now the important reaction, what happens when acyl halogens, this SOCl2 reacts with the alcohols. What happens when SOCl2 react with the alcohols? Right. Alcohols react with SOCl2. Gives RCl, alkyl halide, plus SO2 plus HCl. This is the product. Right. Whenever SOCl2 reacting with the ROH alone, then it follows SNI reaction. What is SNI reaction means? Nucleophilic substitution. Intramolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. SNI. Intramolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place to give RCl. Now, whereas the same reaction, when the alcohols are reacting with the SOCl2 in presence of pyridine. When the alcohols reacting with the SOCl2 in presence of the pyridine, the same product obtains RCl, SO2 and pyridine salt. Right. So this is the product, and this follows SN2 reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions. Just observe the relation between the first and second. The first one SOCl2, in the second one SOCl2 in the presence of the pyridine. So whenever sulfonyl chloride alone reacting with the alcohols, it follows intramolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions. Whereas the SOCl2 reacting with the alcohols in presence of pyridine, then it follows the bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Just we will look into the mechanism. So we will go mechanism one by one. First this one. First SOCl2. SOCl2. What is SNI reaction? How it is? How the intermolecular mechanism follows. Right. Now ROH reacting with SOCl2. So we know that electron density transfer towards the oxygen, the positive characters develops. Now this oxygen attacks here. Now it gives. So write as usual, sulfur O minus Cl O R H plus ORH plus. Now the leading group leaves. The chlorine is the leading group which leaves the substrate of the intermediate. Now S double bond O Cl O R H plus. ClOR H minus of Cl. Removal of the chloride and Now minus H plus, it gives RO S double bond O Cl, RO S double bond O Cl. Now what happens here? The lone pair present on the oxygen towards the sulfur side, and the chlorine leaves the session and comes here. Intermolecular mechanism within the molecule. Intermolecule means within the molecule rearrangement takes place, and it gives now RCl. Now the Cl attacks at this plus SO2 and Cl minus H plus minus Cl minus, that is HCl. So our desired product and the byproducts. So this is the intermolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions, intermolecular rearrangement taking place in this situation. And coming to the second reaction means in presence of the pyridine. In presence of the pyridine. So ROH S double bond O Cl and Cl SOCl2. So here elimination of HCl takes place, minus HCl. Right. Now ROS double bond O Cl, ROS double bond O Cl. Now pyridine attacks because the lone pair on pyridine is present outside of the ring. The lone pair is attached at sulfur center. So because the same reason, the first what happens, the electrons between the sulfur and oxygen transfer towards the oxygen side, then the electrophilic nature develops somewhat on the sulfur. Therefore, the nitrogen lone pair on the pyridine attacks at the center of the electrophilic sulfur. Now see here, ROS O minus nitrogen, and here it is positive charge because nitrogen is balance is 3, but here 1, 2, 3, one more double bond is there. If I write the original structure, right? And again, that is the chlorine. So added. Now I am eliminating, addition and eliminating, minus Cl minus. I am removing the chloride minus, Cl minus. Now I will write here R O S double bond O and nitrogen. I will as it is nitrogen first, right? Okay. Now what happens here? So here this nucleophile attacks at this carbon center. The oxygen electron transfer this side, and the bonded electrons between the sulfur and nitrogen transfer toward the nitrogen because it is less stable. The substrate is less stable substrate, because positive charge on more electronegative atom makes the substable less stable. Right? The positive charge on more electronegative atom makes the molecule less stable. Therefore, so anion means nucleophile attacks at this carbon center. Therefore, now finally I can write the product as RCl, product RCl plus. Now what is F? SO2 plus pyridine plus HCl, right? Main product and the byproducts. So this follows the SN2 mechanism. Whereas the previous case follows the SNI mechanism. The reason is the presence of the pyridine SOCl2 reacting with the alcohol follows the SN2. In the absence of the pyridine, SNI reaction. Right? Okay. Next. Reaction number 4. Reaction with hydrogen halide. Reaction with hydrogen halide. Whenever the alcohols reacts with HX, then what happens? The removal of the H2O. See here, the cleavage of carbon oxygen bond takes place, and it gives or X alkyl halide, the removal of the water molecule. Alkyl halide with the removal of alkyl halide. The reactivity of the alkyl halide, the reactivity is more in the case of the HI, then followed by the HBr and followed by the HCl. For example, the rate of reaction is more if we are using the hydrogen iodide, then hydrogen bromide, and finally hydrogen chloride. Right. The mechanism, we will discuss the mechanism. ROH plus HX, ROH plus HX. Now see here, obviously this nucleophile attract the proton H plus because HX or HCl is a strong acid, releases H plus ions readily. That H plus ion is received by the alcohol, then it converting into ROH2 plus. Now see here, I can write the two conditions here. Okay. What happens means if it eliminated, because positive charge on oxygen is less stable, therefore I will transfer the electrons between the carbon and oxygen towards the oxygen. then it gives carbocation. It gives carbocation. In which nucleophilic substitution reaction the carbocation intermediate is formed? That is SN1. Means it follows the SN1 whenever remove the OH2 plus, results in the formation of the carbocation. Generally, the stable carbocations. What are the stable carbocation? Benzyl carbocation, allyl carbocation, and tertiary alkyl halide carbocation. In this case, the carbocation is stable and it follows the SN1. For example, here it is tertiary alkyl halide, the benzyl halide, or the allyl halide. Then it follows the SN1 mechanism due to the formation of the stable carbocation. On the second case, for example, here X minus is there, right? X minus is a nucleophile. Here what happens? This attacks at the substrate first, then it leaves. So that is not our case. So concentration of the nucleophile influences directly proportional to the rate of reaction in the SN2 reaction. So nucleophile attacks on the substrate, attacking nucleophile. Nucleophile attack on the substrate, then it follows SN2 mechanism. It follows SN2 mechanism with formation of the alkyl halide. With the formation of the alkyl halide, generally it prefers primary alkyl halides. If it is primary alkyl halides, generally it follows the SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism. Right. Okay. Now, next. Reaction with alkyl hydrogen halide. For example, phenol. Phenol is one type of alcohol. Phenol comes under the classification of alcohol. So now alcohol reacted with the HX to give SN1 reaction or SN2 reaction, etc. Then HX, then HX. Here no reaction takes place. Here no reaction possible. Because see here, the reason is the lone pair on oxygen is in delocalization with the pi bonds of the ring, pi bonds on the ring. Therefore, it involves in the delocalization. It involves in the delocalization. So undergoes the resonance to give the resonance structure like this. So now it's right. See here the minus OH plus OH plus. So then obviously what happens? So due to the resonance, existence of the partial double bond in between the carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen. Existence of the double bond between the carbon and oxygen, which is not easy to break down. Therefore, in this case, the reaction is not possible. Right? If it is single bond, that is a possibility of breakage. But what happens here? Partially it is getting the double band character due to that. So it is not easy to break down. So no reaction with the HX. For example, I can write one more OH. Now it can react with the HX. Because not respective to this. This OH, which lone pair is in delocalization with the pi bonds of the ring, not respective to that. This OH can, because that is aliphatic, not aromatic. There is no delocalization issue, etc. Now that can react with the hydrogen halide without disturbing to the OH. Here what happens? Removal of the water molecule and gives the halogen So these are the reactions generally comes under the cleavage of the carbon oxygen bond, right? So from this we completed the reactivity of alcohols. So far, intermediates, reactivity of intermediates like carbocation, carbanion, then reactivity of carbonyl compounds completed, reactivity of alkyl halides completed, the reactivity of alcohols completed under the applications of the inductive effect. So in the next class, we start with the acidic nature of hydrogen compound. Acidic nature of hydrogen compound. Thank you. Good night.